Hello and welcome to episode 76 of the Disney Park Princess podcast. I'm your co-host, Sara.
I'm Sharla.
And I'm Heather.
And this week on the Disney Park Princess podcast, we are going to be talking about our perfect Disney days. What would we do, or what have we done that, is sort of like a typical day for us that's like, if we could do anything. And this is not a money no object podcast. This is a realistic, like what's a real day at Disney that would be like our perfect day look like? Because we are just talking about positive things this week. So we are looking forward. We are not talking about current events. We are not talking about the topic that must not be named. We're just talking about fun Disney stuff. So hopefully this is a fun distraction while you are listening or watching us on YouTube. And that's it. There's no news. There's nothing. We are just talking about all of the fun stuff at Disney that we love. So
we all need a little Disney daydreaming right now. So That's what we're here for.
That's right. This is a virtual daydream, if you will, a wide awake daydream. So, all right, let's start first thing in the morning. Where are you waking up?
The beach club, preferably in a 1-bedroom villa. Or I will take a suite on the club level, but usually it's a 1-bedroom villa at the beach club.
Yep.
I was going to say beach club or Polynesian, but it has to be club level because it goes to the next part, which is breakfast.
Exactly.
I'll also take Animal Kingdom Lodge, their club level breakfast, but it's got to be club level. If I'm doing this, I mean, I know we said money's no object, but I'm pretending that I can just do this on any day. Yeah. So club level at one of those hotels. Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not unusual for us to stay club level. So, that's fair. Yeah. I would say beach club, of course, although I really enjoyed our stay at the boardwalk. So I would not be mad at a boardwalk club level room either. Especially with the big balcony that we had, and that would be fantastic. All right. So then of course for breakfast, yes, we're having breakfast. Although I never do at home, so I don't know why I have to have breakfast at Disney, but I have to have breakfast at Disney. I don't know.
Do you find that you're a lot hungrier? Like normally, if I wake up at 5:30, I don't eat until like 9:30, 10 o'clock for breakfast. But on vacation, it's like 6 o'clock. Like I'm starving. I'm ravenous. I must eat something.
Yeah.
Remember when we were at Disneyland in August and we would go eat and then we would say, okay, where are we eating next? And we were so full.
45 minutes later.
We were so full. I'm never eating again. And then, 30 minutes later, where are we eating?
Half hour later. Yeah.
What do you guys want to do for dinner?
Yeah.
Snack.
Yeah. So yes, it's definitely a breakfast. If I'm not staying club level, then we'll get into that. But yeah, club level or breakfast at the club lounge, something.
Yeah. And probably, this is another thing that I only do like when I'm on vacation on a cruise or, like I'll eat sort of funny things for breakfast because I'm not a big sweet person. So I like savory stuff. So I love that like the club level lounge usually has out like, I can't think of the word, meat, protein.
Charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Yeah. Thank you. Charcuterie. Yeah. Like they usually have charcuterie out. So I'll do like a hard boiled egg and like a couple of slices of salami. And you guys have both seen me eat salami at breakfast on many occasions. In a million years, that would never occur to me to do at home. And yet it's such a tradition when I'm on vacation. I don't know what that is, but yeah.
I have to say this was a life changer. When we were at the boardwalk a few weeks ago, they had out hard boiled eggs and capers. I would have never thought to put capers on my hard-boiled eggs, and it was amazing.
Not a caper fan, but I believe you.
I do love a caper.
Yeah. A caper. Well, try it with your hard-boiled eggs.
Can't get behind a caper, but yeah. But that's what I really like is that, like, we've waxed rhapsodic about the club level before, but the breakfast, like, it's described, I think, as a continental breakfast, but it's way more than a continental breakfast. Like, it's a full-on breakfast. So yes, so I'm having a hard-boiled egg and maybe a couple slices of salami, a croissant if they have it. I'm avoiding the Krispy Kreme donuts because, again, not a big sweet person at breakfast. Because it's my perfect Disney day, they definitely have the pog juice. They definitely do.
I can't drink that. I can't do it. It's too much sugar that hits my bloodstream all at once, and I take one sip, and I'm like, oh, I can't do it. And it's not that I don't like it. It tastes delicious, but too much sugar.
Yeah. All right. What are you guys having? What are you picking up from the the buffet?
Some fruit, definitely. They usually have pretty fresh fruit. That's good.
Yep.
Always a Diet Coke, and then if I'm at the lounge, I'm going to grab a couple to take with me.
Yep.
In my bag or in my hands if I have to. And let's see.
Yeah, it is not unusual to watch Sharla walk out of the club with them like stacked up in her arms and like Diet Coke stacked. Yeah.
Yep. Sometimes I put them in the fridge in my room. Sometimes I just take them with me to the parks. I'm also going to eat fruit. I will eat the Krispy Kreme donuts because I have no shame. I will eat those. They're really good. And
hey, if you like them, you're on vacation. You should have them.
Exactly. Definitely the croissant. I'm trying to think of the different options at different places, but they're normally fairly similar.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't like cheese, so I'm not going to eat the fresh cheeses that they have, but they do have those. So. Yep.
All right, Heather, how about you? What are you grabbing?
I don't know. I'm super weird about breakfast on vacation. Like I used to really love a big sit down breakfast. And so I would go, I loved Crystal Palace for breakfast, Whispering Canyon with the skillets for breakfast. Oh my gosh, those were amazing. But now like I really would rather just eat something on the go and kind of, snack my way to lunch and then have a nicer lunch. And I feel like when I stay at the beach club, I don't like their quick service option because it's super tiny and sort of tucked like as an afterthought into the gift shop. So usually I'll walk over to the yacht club and I will get something from what is Ale and Compass, their new
Ale and Compass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The quick service place there, which is fantastic. They have a really great like spinach and goat cheese or spinach and feta omelet. They have different breakfast sandwiches and they have fancy coffee, and their fancy coffee changes seasonally, so I like that. So that's usually what I'll do. Sometimes I'll even maybe make myself breakfast,
all right, so here's the question, because you're the only one of us that drinks coffee in the morning, and coffee is like a hotly debated topic among Disney people. I don't drink coffee. Sharla doesn't drink coffee. You're the only one that drinks coffee. That's
really funny. I am not a coffee drinker. Like right now, this is tea.
Except at Disney.
On vacation. I love, but I don't drink coffee. Like Justin to me is a coffee drinker. Like he can drink it black. He can drink any kinds. Like, he likes to ground his beans and all.
Okay.
I don't care. I'm not going to drink that. I don't want it, but I will do. I love me a latte with some almond milk, which when I say fancy coffee, I mean latte. Yeah. But it has to have a flavor. So whether it's vanilla or, pumpkin spice in the fall, whatever it is. But don't come to me and ask me for what kind of good coffee.
Okay. All right.
I don't know.
I know you don't drink it at home. I know you're a tea drinker. And that's so funny that of the three of us, none of us really are regular coffee. I literally never drink coffee. Sharla, I don't think you ever drink it, right?
No, I've tasted it, but no, I do not drink it.
I don't drink it.
My husband drinks coffee, and
mine does too. Yeah,
he is also like that with, but he drinks black coffee. He likes it flavored, maybe like a hazelnut coffee, but nothing in it. And he hates Starbucks.
I hate Starbucks.
Yeah, so he has a hard time finding a good cup of coffee. At Disney, what he calls a good cup of coffee.
And that's what's so funny is that, so mine, for example, loves Starbucks, but not regular Starbucks, only the dark roast Starbucks. And like he grinds the beans himself. And whatever, he also likes for a minute there, they had like this Irish cream cold brew drink that they were doing.
I've seen that, yeah. Was it good?
I don't know. I never tried it, but he lost his mind. That was the best thing ever. So,
my husband won't even go into a Starbucks. He hates it that much. That's good for him.
Sorry, go ahead.
So if you don't like coffee, then Disney is not the place. However, I will say that there were those espresso machines at the club lounges, and he would really be into that. Yeah, no, he would love it. He would absolutely love that.
Yeah, Sean probably would too, but they're scary to me. Like I'm first of all, let's be clear. I am the person that is 100% going to burn myself on like some sort of scalded milk or water or something. Like there's no way I'm not getting injured using that thing. So there's just no way. Yeah. But I mean, it's these gorgeous, huge machines that look like they could make practically, I don't know, jet fuel. Like they could make anything.
I need a way to make a fancy coffee in my house.
Yeah.
But when I go to Disney World, so if I am going to get a fancy coffee and be on my way to the parks. I'm either the Ale and Compass Lounge does not have Starbucks, so that's a good one. Or I'm stopping at Joffrey's. So
right? Okay.
Whether it's at the TTC right in front of Hollywood Studios, there's several places out front inside Animal Kingdom, they have a ton of Joffrey stands. So each park has 1 or 2 Joffrey stands, and that's where I'm gonna go.
Okay. All right.
And the lines are always shorter than the crazy Starbucks lines.
Always shorter. I think the coffee is better.
Starbucks line.
I don't know. It's like, listen,
Insane.
It's a legal addictive stimulant. Like Starbucks has figured out how to get people like mind warped into thinking that they're amazing. Yeah. And if you like them, that's great. But if you want an alternative, Joffrey's is really good. I don't find it as bitter. And each park has its own like specific fancy coffee. So like outside
specialty coffee, yeah.
So the new one that they put outside the main Skyliner stop at Caribbean Beach, they have one that's themed. I don't know how you theme a coffee to a Skyliner, but yeah, it's really cute. So that's what I get. That's like my little theme. It's my vacation treat to myself with my fancy coffee.
Yeah. The only time I do Starbucks is if you're in there picking up your carrot cookie at Haunted Studios, so then I'll get like one of those refreshers, like the mango, passion fruit, dragon, whatever refreshers. Like, I'll get those. Or every once in a while, they'll come out with one of those ridiculous like drinks that they come out with that is purely for Instagram. Mm-hmm. And I'll admit it, I'm a sucker for whatever, like a unicorn, whatever.
We have a coffee shop here that does that, and it's same thing. Like their coffee's okay. I know it's more bitter, like the Star, but they do like the fancy, like
just want the picture,
rainbow colors. So I'll go and get that. Oh, and I do go to Starbucks once a year, just once, for a pumpkin spice latte. I've loved that thing since before PSL was a term. Like. Yeah. I love that coffee, and nobody does it as good as Starbucks.
Yeah, so I allow myself 1 peppermint mocha per year, and I live to regret it every single year.
I lay on the couch crying with stomach cramps. I'm like, why?
Why did I do this to myself? And yet I do it anyway. Yeah. I will say though, Disney and Disney Cruise Line has what I consider to be my favorite hot cocoa. Like I literally will order, because they don't carry it in my local stores. It's the Nestle's Rich Chocolate hot cocoa. And it is my favorite. And I will order it from Amazon because nobody carries it around here. And I've given up my daily hot cocoa habit because that was just nobody needs to have hot cocoa every single day of their life. But I do still indulge in it every once in a while. And it's the Nestle Rich Chocolate, and it is available on Amazon if they don't have it in your local store. So pro tip. All right. So we've moved on. We've had breakfast. We're ready to go. First of all, what time is it? We didn't even discuss really what time it is, because we should talk about that.
It's like, for me, on my perfect Disney trip, I'm not showing anyone around. I don't have the nieces and nephews. I don't have to play tour guide. It's like 9 or 9:30. Still early in the morning, but I'm not a rope drop girl anymore. I don't need to be. There's nothing that I want to ride so desperately that I need to be at the parks before it opens. So I'm going to stroll out of my room. You know, I've taken my time. I've lounged in my pajamas. I've put on some makeup. It's 9 or 9:30.
Okay. How about you, Sharla?
Yeah. About the same.
About that time? Yeah. Okay. I'm probably about an hour ahead of you. I'm probably, it's like 8:30. Yeah. Again, I'm not trying to be at a park for 8 a.m., but by then I've been up for an hour and a half or 2 hours. So I might as well get moving. You know?
And you all know I do not like to get up in the morning, but if it's
really?
Right. if it's for like getting up for a Disney park, I just need to be like, okay, it's time to go. And I don't want to sit in the room and relax. I want to get up and go. I want to so that's kind of how I look at it, and that way I can just sleep in as much as
See, I will sleep in until the absolute last minute, and then it's like, now we're out.
But she gets ready in like 5 minutes. I need like the hour. But I find that I'm a lot lazier on vacation. Like I wake up every morning for work. It's like 5:30 a.m. on the West Coast. Check my emails. Okay, quick, in the gym, workout, get to work. Like I'm at my desk by 7 a.m. But on vacation, I'm like, I'm still waking up at 5:30 or 6. But, you know, I'm just going to lay in bed for a little bit. Then I'm going to make myself a tea or coffee, and I'm going to sit on the couch and kind of just like, or I'll sit on the balcony and I just kind of watch whatever go by. Okay, I guess I'll get up and I'm just so much lazier on vacation.
Yeah. I don't have the patience to sort of lay there for very long. So like typically like I'll get up really early. You know, I'll try to time it like about a half hour or so before I think my family or you guys are going to wake up, and then I'll sneak into the shower and do
usually when we're traveling and I hear the shower going, all right, I have 10 minutes, and then I have to get up and start getting ready. Like Sarah's ahead of me. Okay, I gotta go.
Usually the first one in the shower. But but also my hair takes the longest to dry, so that's part of it. All right. So where are you heading on your perfect Disney day? What's your first stop?
That's so hard. That's so hard.
I know.
This is
gotta pick.
Normally, okay, so I have two because Epcot is my favorite park, so that's probably where I'm gonna go. But I also really love a day at the Animal Kingdom.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the Magic Kingdom. That's where I'm gonna go in the morning. Mm-hmm. I am going to go to Epcot in the evening. That's perfect. But I'm gonna go to the Magic Kingdom in the morning. And have like every attraction there just about is fantastic, and I absolutely love it. But I'm probably let's say if it's a perfect day, there's no lines. So I'm gonna go ride Peter Pan's Flight. That's a perfect first attraction, I think.
That's a good one. It's got such a good queue too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah. I'm so glad you two made me ride it last time we were all down there because I don't remember who it was. Maybe it was you and Melissa, Sharla.
Yeah, I think so.
And I hadn't ridden it. I hadn't ridden it in years and years and years and years and years. And so I had not seen the new queue. And oh my gosh, it is the cutest thing.
It's really cute. Mm-hmm.
It's so worth it.
It really helps the time go by. But I'm gonna ride Peter Pan's Flight. I'm gonna ride Haunted Mansion. Mm-hmm. I'm gonna ride Splash Mountain. I'm gonna ride the People Mover, Buzz Lightyear. I'm gonna ride everything except for Space Mountain, pretty much.
Okay. All right.
So yeah.
I'm headed to Animal Kingdom. I think early morning, first thing in the morning is the best time to visit Animal Kingdom because it's usually still cool. In my perfect day, it's on the cooler side.
No humidity allowed.
No humidity. Yeah, I don't mind a little mist. That's fine. I'm getting on flights of passage because again, it's my perfect Disney day. So clearly I either have a fast pass or there's no lines. And then I'm headed directly for the safari because I love watching the animals in the morning when they're all like waking up and nomming on their breakfast. And, it's the best. So yeah, that's where I'm headed. Okay.
That's good.
All right. So you've done a couple of attractions. Are you stopping for a snack mid-morning? Are you waiting for lunch? Like, what's the next thing you're doing?
Well, if I'm at Animal Kingdom, the first thing I do before I go to an attraction is go to Joffrey's and I get my fancy coffee. So I will that's my snack for myself. And then usually around 11 o'clock, I'm ravenous again because I have no idea why. So sometimes I stop and get the little samosas they have at one of the little trucks over, like the little food trucks, like the permanent food trucks, or I'll get the hummus. But I don't try to eat too much because usually around like 12 o'clock, that's when I'm heading to the Nomad Lounge. And I'm going to stake out a couch outside because it's the perfect day. And just kind of curl up on the couch, have some appetizers, a couple of cocktails, and watch everybody run as fast as they can to flights of passage. Bonus points if Copley is with me because me and Copley would sit on those couches when we lived there for like hours, just like snuggled up together.
That's a good place to just stake out. I agree.
I can't tell you how many hours I have quote unquote wasted just sitting, like not doing anything in particular, just enjoying life and relaxing like you're supposed to on vacation.
Yeah,
that's a really good place for that. Because like some of the places that they have are not relaxing. They're like Trader Sam's, for example. It's a fun little place, but it is not relaxing.
No.
But the Nomad Lounge is definitely Brown Derby Lounge, also a relaxing.
Yes,
I do like the outside part of Trader Sam's, though. I will say, like the outside section.
I've never sat outside in Florida. In California, it's the only place I sit now because let everybody else wait in line to go inside. But I've never tried the patio in Disney World.
It's lovely. They usually have, just like in Disneyland, a lot of times they have like live music or, it's really lovely actually.
Yeah. I don't make it to Trader Sam's in Florida as much as I would like because it's always like, I go to the one in California. Let me go here instead. And it's just, I don't make it. And especially if I'm not staying on the monorail that particular trip, it becomes, a trek to get over there. So one day I'll put it on my list.
Definitely.
For me, a mid-morning snack depends on how hungry I get, but I'm all for it if I'm hungry before lunch. One of the things, so if I'm at the Magic Kingdom, one of the things that I love is, it's not as good as it used to be, but the cinnamon roll at Gaston's
Oh yeah.
Giant
when
cinnamon
when
roll.
Starbucks took over the Main Street Bakery, it's not the same. But the giant cinnamon roll is good. Yes, Heather.
I have a very important question. Do either of you remember the French toast loaf at the Main Street Bakery before it was Starbucks? That
I remember it, but
was
I'm
my
not a French toast person. But
favorite thing on the planet, and I think I know I cried when they were like, "We're gonna make this a Starbucks," and then everything good is going. I was so sad about that.
Yeah.
Sorry,
it's
continue.
it's not as good as far as the pastries go. Again, I don't drink the coffee, but I wish that they had not taken that cinnamon roll away. But they do have a good one at Gaston, so I would eat that. I'm always good for a pretzel or some popcorn. So any of that, any or all is all fine with me.
Yeah.
Lunch.
So I'm probably not doing a morning snack, but I will do lunch, and I'm gonna want lunch, like Heather said, like at 11.
Yeah. ASAP. Because how else am I supposed to have an afternoon snack before dinner if I'm having
exactly
a late
right,
lunch?
because I'm already planning my 2:00 snack. So
Well, my view is if I'm going to stay there and eat lunch at the Magic Kingdom, then I probably wouldn't have a snack. But if I'm going to park hop, then I would have a snack.
Yeah.
That's what I would do.
Okay. Yeah. So for me, I'm going to do a few things in Animal Kingdom in the morning, but like probably by 10 or so, unless I am having lunch at Tusker House, I'm out of there. And that's when I'm heading to the Magic Kingdom, sort of midday. I want to do, maybe for lunch at Liberty Tree Tavern. That's one of my favorites.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's probably my midday thing. And I'll probably stay there until like parade time. So.
Well, yeah, that's a good choice. If I'm going to eat quick service at Magic Kingdom, it's either going to be Columbia Harbor House or Sleepy Hollow, and get one of those the spicy chicken waffles.
Oh my gosh, those are so good.
So good.
So good.
Okay, everybody stop where we're going right now to get one. It's fine.
I know.
Now is the only time there wouldn't be a line for that.
Yeah, right.
There never used to be a line. Like people didn't know that it was a thing. They would just run right by it, and now they also have good fancy coffees there.
Yeah.
Disney Food Blog ruined it for the rest of us because they made it all
Thanks,
popular and everything.
AJ.
Yeah.
Thanks, AJ. Yeah.
But they're worth it. They're so good. They're
really
like
good.
They're the perfect amount of spicy.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember the first
sweet.
the first time we were there, let's get one and split it. And then after that we were like
Sharla and I were like, no, that was stupid. We should have each gotten one.
Yeah. So I might eat lunch there. The Columbia Harbor House is also a favorite of ours in our family. And I'm probably not going to sit down for lunch unless I'm going to like a lounge. If I'm at the Magic Kingdom, I'm going to go to quick service. That's going to be generally my go-to. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Heather, where are you headed next?
Okay, I'm going to Epcot next. And I don't know, it might be around 3 or 4, maybe a little bit later, but now I have no plans to ride any more attractions today. I just want to wander the World Showcase. I'm going to browse in the stores. I'm going to see performances if I happen upon them.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just want to wander. I want to sit and people watch and kind of see where everything takes me. Usually I'm at the champagne bar in France for a little champagne, and then I walk around with that, and it's just the most peaceful afternoon is just kind of watching everybody run and do their things in Epcot.
Yep.
Yeah. That's why I'm headed to Epcot in the afternoon too. No, I mean, if Soarin' isn't a very long wait, I'll do that. If I have a fast pass, maybe go on Living with the Land. I do really enjoy that attraction. But yeah, I just want to wander around World Showcase, grab a drink, and just walk. Just have a really leisurely stroll, go shopping.
Ding, 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 ding. Yeah. So while I'm at the Magic Kingdom, I've ridden a few rides. I've seen the Festival of Fantasy Parade, and now I'm shopping my way out of the park. So I love all those shops right there on Main Street. I'm going over to Main Street Jewelers, checking out all the jewelry. I'm looking at the Disney, Dooney and Burke purses, all the Kate Spade. I'm checking it all out and seeing if there's a few things that I need to ship back to the resort, which of course there obviously are.
I am so guilty of that too. Like no matter what park I'm in, I always have to stop in at least 6 gift shops on my way.
Yeah.
Always. I don't know what I'm looking for, but I have to check. There might be something.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm headed to Epcot. Only after I've shopped my way out of the Magic Kingdom, because then I get to take the monorail.
Yeah. Oh yeah. What's fun is that like I will think of what do I need this trip, or what do I want to buy, and I pretty much know exactly where I want to shop for that. I'm not positive that they have it at the Main Street Emporium or this store or whatever, but I'm like, yeah, I think that this particular store would have that, so I definitely want to make it to this shop. The one at Disney's Hollywood Studios, that Elias and Company, or that's at Disneyland. But the one on the left-hand side of your
Keystone
Clothers.
Yeah. That's such a great store, and you can find
I love that store.
Everything in there. It's anyway, but I have certain things in mind that I want to look for every time I go, and if I'm going to that park, I need to shop at those particular stores.
Yeah.
I let the shops tell me what I need that particular trip.
Yeah.
You always before you leave the Magic Kingdom, in addition to shopping on Main Street, you always have to go in the Christmas shop.
Yeah.
In Liberty Square.
Oh, see, I don't. I keep myself away from those. Like I have 1,000,000,001 Disney Christmas ornaments, but that's not something that I'm like,
that's not enough.
You need 1,000,000,000 ornaments. You need I was about to say, so clearly you need more, because Well, I actually prefer the 12 Days of Disney Christmas at Disney Springs. I do too. Love the one in Liberty Square. But.
I do too, but maybe I'm not making it to Disney Springs. Maybe, so I have to get what.
But if I don't make it, if I don't need the Disney ornament bad enough to make the trip to Disney Springs, then I probably don't need it badly enough. Like, for me.
Well, I am on the lookout for when we were on our honeymoon. We bought some Mickey and Minnie Victorian stockings and a tree skirt and several things. They're different than the ones they have now, but we bought that. And for 16 years, I've been looking for the Victorian stocking holders. They don't have them. They don't sell them. But
they've gone the way of my stupid haunted mansion that I'm desperate to have.
So I'm sure it's on eBay for $8 billion.
Well, my mother-in-law does have one, and when they moved last summer, she gave me one. So I have one of them together. But it's not my picture perfect of one Mickey and one Minnie and all that. So I have one, but there are two of us that have these stockings.
He doesn't need a stocking.
Yeah, he's fine. Yeah. All right. So now we're all at Epcot. So I'm headed to Epcot a few hours behind you guys. But first I have to ride my monorail. And here, por favor, manténganse alejados de las puertas, because it is not a perfect Disney day until I have heard those words. And then I'm doing the same thing. Because I came in on the monorail, I'm going to try to ride Soarin', of course. And then I'm going back to the Epcot experience, because I'm still so obsessed with the Epcot experience. I can't even, I'm probably there for a good half hour or so. Then I'll meet you guys over in the World Showcase.
Yeah.
For all of the wandering and all of the snacks and all of the drinks.
Yeah. That's a good plan. It's a very good plan.
Now, are we at Epcot during one of the 3 weeks a year where there is no festival? Or
there's a festival. No, on my perfect Disney day, there's a festival.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. On my perfect Disney day, I'm going to say that there's not, which is unusual because food and wine is my favorite thing. But I am now heading back to the beach club, and I'm getting changed, and I am going to have dinner at California Grill and watch the fireworks at the Magic Kingdom, which is something I have not done in a really long time, and it is about time that I get back there.
You are overdue.
That is my favorite restaurant on the planet.
Yeah. And I have not been there, so I'm coming with you.
I haven't been there. Sharla, it's so interesting to me because you go all the time, and yet every single time we go, or every single time we have these conversations, there's yet another big thing that you haven't done. So that's what's really interesting to me, because you hadn't done Tusker House, you haven't done California Grill, you hadn't done 1900 Storybook. Like, there's a lot of places you haven't. We're gonna have to. All right, that's it. Make a list.
Well, okay.
Make a list.
I made her one for Disneyland when you guys came out. Like, we're doing this.
Yeah, we did. But I had eaten at 1900 Park Fair for breakfast, just not for dinner. So yeah. But our fancy dinner for years was always the Wilderness Lodge, Artist Point. And now they have changed Artist Point, and I have not been back since they changed it to the Princess meal or Snow White meal.
Yeah, I haven't done either.
So I am looking for new places.
California and Tiffin.
Yeah.
Chico's fantastic.
I do love Tiffin's.
But on our next trip all together, we have to do a fancy dinner at California Grill. Because you need to go and I need to go try this amazing new plant-based option that I just saw that's like mind-blowing.
Yeah.
I'm still going to get my sushi though. I'm still getting my sushi, but I'm just going to have the plant-based thing too.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. For me, it is a festival, but it's like Wednesday. It's not like a weekend of a festival. It's like,
not on a perfect day.
Like a midweek, like early in the festival.
You can walk right up to the booth and nobody's in line in front of you.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
that's the perfect time.
Yeah. And since it's my perfect day, Illuminations is still showing, and so I
thought dinner. We were being realistic here.
I can't give it up. I can't.
Well, I'm sorry. Forgive my ignorance, but I honestly don't know. What is the show at Epcot? Is there one? Because
it's the Epcot for everything right now, and then it's going to be.
I thought they ended that, and they were like, "Here's our new one."
But not until like sometime later this year. Harmonious.
Yeah,
I thought it already started. Just get it together. Epcot Forever, whatever it was called. I really liked that. I thought it was amazing.
Yeah, I know you guys like that. Yeah. I never saw it, but yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I enjoyed it just because it was like it reminded me of growing up going to Disney. Of all like in the 1980s, everything that I grew up falling in love with Epcot over, that show celebrated, and it just made me so happy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, if it's a perfect day, I'm going to go back over to the Magic Kingdom for Wishes, because Wishes was my thing. Although
I love Wishes,
and I didn't love Happily Ever After the first time I saw it. But again, it wasn't in the park, and there's so much projection mapping that when we saw it in the park, I absolutely loved it. It's not Wishes, but I really loved it.
See, I've only ever seen it once, and not from the park because I go to bed.
There's a difference.
I loved it though. I loved it, even not being in the park. Is Newton wearing a raincoat?
Yes, he is. It's a raincoat, and Nora put it on him because it's raining today, and she felt like he needed it.
Oh my gosh, I love it.
I'll turn it for anybody who's watching. There you go.
Oh, Newton.
He's like, please save me.
He's my old man. I love him. But yes, he is wearing a raincoat. He doesn't care about getting wet in the rain. He's fine with it. But
Nora is worried about him.
Yes.
God bless him that he's not trying to take that raincoat off, because he's completely fine. Love it. Love it. We should all be Newton. Newton's the hero we all right now. Just whatever.
Whatever happens.
He's always been that way. He's always been just chill. He's like the world's chillest dog. He's like, whatever, I don't care.
Yeah. All right. So I'm finishing my day at Illuminations with, of course, a Grand Marnier slushie and preferably a macaroon ice cream sandwich, if I can figure out how to juggle both of those things and watch whatever fireworks is being shown. Heather is finishing her day at the California Grill, watching Happily Ever After.
Glass of wine, watching Happily Ever After.
There you go. Sharla, how about you? You're over also watching Happily Ever After, but from inside the Magic Kingdom.
Sure. I don't care. I just want to watch it. I could be a California Grill.
Yeah. Okay. All right. You're a California Grill with Heather.
Well, if I'm at California Grill, I get a glass of wine. If I'm at...
That's true.
And fireworks are better with wine, let's be honest.
Everything is better with wine.
That's true. Okay. Yeah. All right. And then are you stopping anywhere else now that you've...
I'll shop my way. If I'm in the park, I'll shop my way out of Main Street. Yeah.
And of course, there's always one last stop back at the Club Lounge, right?
Yeah, of course.
Obviously. Yes. Yeah. All right. And I think that does it. Those are our perfect Disney days. What's yours? Join us in the Disney Park Princess Facebook group. We're having fun in there. We're doing Facebook Lives a few times a week. Everybody's, posting sort of funny memes and Disney videos and all kinds of fun stuff. So if you haven't joined us in the Disney Park Princess Facebook group, please do so. We also have a separate Facebook group that is just for our Patreon members. So if you're one of our Patreon supporters, there is a link to that Facebook group on the Patreon page that you can find different content and different things going on in that group as well. You can, if you're a Patreon supporter, join both, please. You should be a member of both. If you're not a Patreon supporter, you can help support us and the content that we're creating at www.patreon.com/DisneyParkPrincess. And then, of course, we're on Instagram and we're on YouTube as well. This podcast that we're recording right now, if you're listening to us, you could also be watching us if you so choose. And that's on YouTube.com.
Newton's
You
raincoat.
could see Newton's raincoat. You could see Newton's raincoat. So that's youtube.com/c/Disney Park Princess. For our Patreon extra, we're going to be talking about.
I got one.
All right.
I have a hot take that I want to talk about.
Charlotte never has a hot take.
Charlotte never has a hot take.
I'm very excited. I need to tune into this now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to be watching this one back. I can tell. Okay. All right. So coming up on the Disney Park Princess Patreon extra, Sharla's hot take. Can you give us a sort of a? No, that's it. That's all you get.
No, because if I say it,
this is serious. Okay. All right. Okay. All right.
Let's
Sharla's hot take. So stay tuned. The Patreon extra also gets video recorded as well. So I'm guessing this might be one you might want to tune in for. So stay tuned. Next week on the Disney Park Princess podcast, we have no idea what we're going to be talking about yet because these are the kind of times we're living in, people. So stay tuned.
But we said we would do a Q&A soon. So if you have anything, please send it in.
Yeah, we didn't get any emails. So I don't know if everybody's just too busy to have questions or
or vacation planning.
Everything. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. No, so, all right. No. We're not going there. All right. So thank you so much for listening, and we will talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.